Boys, we got a new video today. Um, apparently, uh, Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, aka Texas Jesus. I pay $200 for alpha male coaching. Oh yeah, lock in. We're all gonna become alphas today.
A year ago now, I covered a TikTok alpha male who has one-on-one courses for up to like $3,000 or something like that. But he also has video seminars for the low price of $200, given the keys to
Damn.
the Bugatti basically for free. And he teaches you how to be a chick magnet, how to walk down the street and just get pelted by
Alright, that's what we're doing, eh? All right.
sodden panties from women finding you irresistible using his seduction techniques. And
Okay.
I was making fun of him for some very silly shorts that he was posting, and he didn't like it very much, and swore that if I'd give him a chance, he'd blow my mind because he has a harem of women. He touts that he's had like 100,000 Tinder matches in 2 years, which is a stat that, I mean, not even Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point NBA game can come close to. Dude allegedly
Facts.
gets more ass than a toilet seat while looking like he spends most of his days just moderating subreddits. He also claims to have 7 active girlfriends on his roster, so he basically
Damn.
lives the anime harem lifestyle, all according to him. And then one video he posted on TikTok where he has girls like dancing with him and he's like doing this, hitting like Fortnite emotes while they're hanging out, and then he kisses one of them. That's his like, dunk.
I think one thing that I like about his background is like there's so many fucking like figures that I really want. You see the Broly right here. It looks like Doomslayer right here. Um, God damn it. I keep staring at this one. I swear I know what this one is. Just cannot place it for whatever fucking reason. It's gonna drive me nuts all video, I guarantee it.
On the haters video. So I got my friends together and said, boys, let's elevate our pussy game. So we purchased his course just to see, maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he really does have it all figured out. He's living life on recruit difficulty. He's got the cheat codes activated, and he cannot stop slamming ham. We're about to find out. Do these guru courses
Also, Charlie, if you see this, you probably won't, but if you do, fill this fridge, please. You guys, hold on. Right here. Okay. Fill this fridge. This bothers me. This bothers me a lot. Okay. Listen, one of the things that you shouldn't do to your refrigerator is leave it empty. You're causing the fridge to work a lot more than it should normally have to work because it's trying to essentially what happens is, right? You put a bunch of food in the fridge, it gets cold. What happens when it gets cold is that they essentially act as like a uh not like an insulator, but like a self-sustaining cold source, essentially. So the fridge doesn't have to work as hard to keep itself cool for you to keep food in it later. It essentially is how that works. So this triggers the shit out of me because I'm just looking at this fridge like it's working so hard right now because it has not even it's like barely like one and a quarter. I'm assuming what is this like gamer sups like moist critical gamer sups or goof juice, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So please put some bottles of water in there or something. Something to keep it from, working its arse off. Thank you.
actually offer anything helpful? Do we rip the Alpha Dom class?
Alpha Dome sounds
Is it an
amazing.
actual? Oh, there's a book you're coaching.
Wait, what is this? Are we about to go slay Melania? What are we doing? Oh, what is this? Navigate the fog when it comes to women. It's time to level up. Wow.
Intro call today.
Yeah, but he has video courses.
It's only $200.
Yeah.
With over
Only
100K
$200.
Tinder matches.
In just 2 years.
That's not
Wow.
that's not good.
Well, it's also not
Oh wait, he's
true.
got over 1,000 women in his dating lifestyle, and multiple women currently with him.
Mhm.
Like while he's writing this.
Yeah.
They're sitting there watching.
Dude.
Okay.
Exact one. I think emotional connection is an important thing, but your fact, being dominant, having cocky funny, understand the
Having
balance
cocky
between
funny?
humor and arrogance.
You heard him.
I want cocky funny.
Cocky one
Being
boy.
cool. Constantly answering. Like, if a girl walks up to you like, "Hey, what do you do for work?" My go-to is, "I'm an ass model. I have a beautiful ass." "Well, I work as a astronomical physicist." No one gives a fuck. Just stop. Just go down.
An
with it.
astronomical.
Astronomical physicist?
physicist.
Keep in mind,
This
I run
dude's
multiple
huge.
businesses. I'm not the one
This
that
guy's
goes to a
awesome.
bar and, like,
So basically, he's just like, don't be a fucking nerd.
tries to pick up a girl like,
He's so good. Okay. Did you accept the register?
Yeah, just don't be intelligent. Just go take that intelligence that you had and you acquired throughout your life in that wisdom, all of that smarts, and just throw it in the trash can. And then that's you. That's you. You're that guy now.
Why did we even buy it? I just learned everything.
true.
Well, so I'm so curious what his course.
Jesus.
So he swears that the people that pay him $200 are getting laid out the wazoo.
All right.
He swears it.
Yeah, beat him off with a stick.
And then no caps. Password 1.
We're gonna let everybody.
But no,
watching
we're
this video
giving them
have access to the
access.
course.
Shit, I
There's
wish-
gonna be no women left.
Oh no, my wife.
All women are bad.
Hopefully.
My God. Wait, no. We're going over this. Hold on. Intro. Module 1, limiting belief intro. Okay. LB, all women are bad. LB, hoflation. LB, alpha, beta, sigma, dom / sub. LB, physical type. LB, uh, money. LB, first class women are rare. LB, nice guy.
Physical.
What the
Well, you're
holy
jumping
fuck,
the gun,
dude?
Sorry,
Matt.
I just
Start
want to
at
know what a
module
first
1.
class woman is. Sorry.
Oh wait, intro.
Intro. We have to see the intro.
Brand. What she was doing was putting her
Bro. This guy's literally just fat Asmongold. Like, this is if, like, Asmongold didn't have a metabolism. Like, this is him. Look at how puffed up he is. The fucking hair is receding, just like Asmongold's. Oh my god. I will say, though, like, it is a bit insulting when it comes to the beard, though. So, Asmongold does have a good beard. But, like, this, what is this? What is this, bro? Oh, man.
shoe back onto her foot. Okay? That is a very big sign
Oh my god, I just realized he's a neckbeard. He's a proper, like, neckbeard. Look how far back. You see this? You might have to, like, pause and enhance for yourself, but, like, if you look, it's, like, so far back on his neck. Oh my god.
because now she's not soothed at all. She's a little uncomfortable and she's getting ready. She's preparing for if she has to flee. Okay?
He's
Are
talking
you
about.
learning a bunch of stuff?
He's talking about signs that a woman's about to flee.
So signs that she's trying to run away from you? You fucking creep, dude? What the fuck?
This is. We haven't gotten there yet.
This is
But I'm
just the
excited for
intro.
that chapter.
Couple videos in my car. I'm
I'm looking at this car. And there was a section on here that he talks about money. Clearly not this guy's forte. I'm just saying.
hoping that by the end of this video course that I won't be doing it in the car. But hey, you're used to me.
Spoiler
being
alert:
here
he
anyways
looked
at the
ahead
time.
and he never.
Wait. So he basically, without admitting it, he essentially admits the fact that he's making nothing off of this.
I'm hoping that by the end of this video course that I won't be doing it in the car.
So essentially, this guy, because clearly, like, this is not a nice car. I mean, the everything in here is cheap. All of this is cheap, cheap plastic, fucking cheap, fucking interior from top to bottom. Obviously, it's easy. You could just look at this and you could see that this is a piece of shit car, right? And on top of that, the shirt, nothing crazy. There's clearly not like a solid like high count silk shirt. Otherwise, like it would look much nicer than this. So I'm just breaking this down from everything that I know because here's the deal. So y'all could try to call cap all you want, right? But there was a time in my life where like the only thing I ever wanted to do was fit in with people. And that would mean that every aspect of my life was geared around people's acceptance of it. So I would have to have the name brand. I would have to have the nice car with all the fancy shit. I would have to have the fucking shirt that had the high thread count fucking silk beautiful fucking design on it, dude. I had the Gucci, I had the Supreme, I had the fucking dumbass shit that I spent fucking money on. And then eventually, reality checks hit, and without going into a bunch of fucking life lore, my mindset changed. Nowadays, I don't remember the last time I bought something. Well, no, I did buy some Under Armour. I bought an Under Armour long sleeve shirt. But other than that, like that's like the last name brand thing I bought. Everything else, nothing name brand. I shop at Walmart. So yeah, times have changed. So yeah, I know when to spot a fraud when I could see a fraud because I was that fraud at one point in my life. And now I'm at the point where like I am who I am. You can either take it or you can leave it, you know?
But hey, you're used to me.
Spoiler alert, he looked ahead and he never gets out of his car.
It is what it is. I might switch these out eventually. Might make much better like versions. You're always going to have access to it, especially if you are. I kind of want you to visualize this giant stone like bowl. Okay, maybe it's like the size of the Grand Canyon. That's all your relationships. That's all your
Jesus.
jacking off, all that, your porn habits, all that stuff, all the beliefs you've heard about
Put them in
relationships,
the bowl.
every single ex that you've
Do it.
had. It's all in this huge pool. And the pool is just rancid, right? And the society really makes sure that most guys pool. In order to get to the place where I'm at currently, you need a little trickle to come out of that bowl, okay? And then it needs to cut through, and it needs to make a stream first, and then it'll make a river, and then it'll make
This is so
canyon,
stupid.
okay? And once you're at that
All
canyon,
right, I'm ready to
Okay,
stop.
I have a quick question.
Let's move on to the next one.
About
Hold on. We're gonna go back on that little section there.
rancid, right? And the society really makes sure that most guys pool. In order to get to the place where I'm at currently, you need a little trickle to come out of that bowl, okay? And then it needs to cut through, and it needs to make a stream first, and then it'll make a river, and then it'll make
Wait, here's the problem. You know where all rivers go? The fucking ocean. So the logic doesn't make sense at that point. Before that, he was kind of, I'm not going to say he's cooking because like the whole concept of this is just retarded, but at least the logic of the bowl like slowly like losing its fucking losing the contents was at least a better path to go. But once he went to the river part, that's when the logic just falls apart because the rivers, all rivers lead to an ocean for a reason. Like, what are we talking about?
This is so
canyon,
stupid.
okay? And once you're at that
All
canyon,
right, I'm ready to
I
stop.
have a quick question.
Let's move on to the next one.
About his set here. Where do you think the car is, first of all? And second, why is his seatbelt on? He's not going anywhere.
Safety, Danny.
Come on, Danny. I can't believe you would question an alpha male like him.
It's because I haven't
God.
established my bowl yet. I'm not.
But
You
your
gay-
rancid
My
fool-
jizz bowl is still full of,
Yeah.
of nastiness.
My cup runneth over. I need him to come trickle in the stream and
It's gonna
fresh
be a
water.
trickle and then a stream and then
Yeah.
a river.
Yeah.
Rip it out. The belief that women are all bad or even Western women are all bad. That is incorrect.
Whoa!
Plenty of men who are just like me
Oh.
that, well, maybe a little bit less than, because I go pretty hardcore into this, but that
No one's
get
like
as many women as they want. Other things. When you have this viewpoint that all women are bad, you are going to, what's the best way for me to put it? The other reason why this is bad is because if you
What the fuck?
believe that in your mind, if you believe
What happened?
The car's starting to light on fire.
We're not
she's
there
going to
yet.
feel that.
All right. I just did a fact correction. I was wrong. I was incorrect. Not all rivers lead to an ocean. A lot of them do, due to gravity, but some of them end up in lakes. So, and I've still fact checked myself more than this guy has. So, that's how we be transparent YouTuber.
Right?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we are.
It was like a magic trick. A puff of smoke just happened.
And this is one of the big things I'm scared about with my program is I'm going to teach so much psychology and so much power that some guy may possibly abuse it, and I'm worried about that. That's how powerful psychology and body language and facial expression and everything is, okay?
I'm cocky funny how to use it. He's really got to stop
Jesus.
acting like that's
Oh my God, this is like extensive. Hold on a minute. Let's go back for a second.
Possibly abuse it, and I'm worried about that. That's how powerful psychology and body language and facial expression and everything is, okay?
I'm cocky.
Jesus. Didn't realize this went so far. Nice guy, age, the mental frame, the mind prison, identifying alpha traits you already have, embracing your true self, goal setting as an alpha, confidence. So, at least if you were to listen to like an Andrew Tate, right? At least Andrew Tate is in a position that a lot of these guys who are susceptible to this, he's in the position that they want to end up in. So, there's at least some draw there. This guy just looks like he just got done with his fucking office job. He's probably a fucking secretary or some shit. And you mean to tell me that that's the ideal male mindset? Having a bunch of online Tinder clout and supposedly 7 mains that are not absolutely just toying with him and going home to their actual boyfriends every day? Like, come on. Come on, man.
Funny how to use it. He's really
This
got to
is
stop
crazy.
acting like that's real grammar.
Well, that's what he calls it. He calls it.
He
The,
uses cocky funny.
yeah, he's
I really, what's that hand thing that Andrew Tate does? It's like this, right? That's that hand thing. I hope he does it. I hope he does it, dude. I really hope he does it. Because that'll just tell me where a majority of this content came from, and it'll be hilarious.
a cocky, funny jutsu master. Yeah, we
We
can.
can learn about hoflation.
Yeah, hoflation's important. We can learn about that.
This
And,
is like going to school.
yeah, but for pussy.
To attract women and to keep women. That's just how we are. Let's be honest, okay? It's one of the things that I had to work on because I'd get in a relationship, get really good, get really busy, and then I would just try, like I would switch my viewpoint on either one of the new girls that I was trying to train in my ranks, or I'd switch it to my business. It's about balance.
One of the
One of the new girls I was trying to train in my ranks. Like they're. You know what I just thought of? This guy is approaching women like they're the gotcha poles that he just got on Genshin Impact. Like, yeah, I just got a couple new, women in my party, and I gotta train them up. I gotta get them higher in my ranks so then I can run mains with them and do like bosses and dungeons and stuff. And
new
Mm.
girls I was
And I
trying to
gotta tell
train
you,
in my
whether it's in the
ranks.
gym, whether it's building a business, whether it's building, ranks like the girls that I have, 'cause I have
Fucking
multiple,
dumb,
or it's just
bro.
one girl. You have to put effort in. And that's what I always tell people. The issue is with the internet, with computers, with phones, a girl has a shit ton of options. So what happens is
All right, hold on a minute. Hold on. Your boy's got to get some more whiskey, dude. I need a lot of alcohol to get through this. Listen, listen, not sponsored, not sponsored, but if you guys want a desserty, uh, alcoholic beverage if you're of age. Old Smoky, old Tennessee whiskey with cookies and cream liqueur. Oh, so good. It's a perfect like end of the day. It's a nice like sweet like little sipper. Anyway, enough of that. Old Smoky, sponsor me in the future, please. Thank you. All right, we're back.
Is she'll meet somebody like your great grandfather, and then she'll meet a guy like me,
Your
and a guy
great
like me is just
grandmother
going to collect
influence,
girls.
not really my great grandfather.
Okay? And once you're done with
Your great grandfather, so he's a gilf hunter. So I mean, everybody's safe anyway, right? Except for your grandma, dude. He's coming for them social security checks, bro. Damn.
learning from me, you'll know what works too. So that's the big discrepancy. It's not that all women are bad. It's just that girls are looking for the best that they can get. And if you don't know how to attract a woman and you don't know how to create feelings, and I got to tell you, being able to do what I do outpaces money, outpaces looks, and everything else. Have a guy that teaches her how to make her own money and build something like a business or something like that, and the guy still has like connection and build attraction in her, then she will ever like a guy who just pays her shit. Okay?
Does anyone
This is
think?
how it is. Almost all my
Is there anyone out there? Like, I guess I'm not a huge hoflation conversationalist. Is there anyone out there that thinks, hey, to get a woman, I just keep giving her money forever?
The thing is, I think yes.
You think so?
The answer to that is yes.
True.
But
I do think there's a lot of people who are like. The sad part is, I think a lot of people who think like that, um, and do pay like such an extreme amount, often, and I would say like 99% get nothing out of it except like a date, a phone call. It's so sad. It's so sad, man. It's so depressing.
But like, this
It's
isn't
not a
new
good
stuff. It's like,
mindset.
No.
if you just keep giving her money, she doesn't really love you.
I was gonna say
Like,
this.
who's that
Yeah, it's
news
not a good
to?
mindset.
guy
They're called gold
who
diggers for a reason.
realized Girls like
Emotions
Emotion,
and
yeah,
love.
Like being attracted to
saying girls is
somebody.
even like just people like emotions, and he's
Yeah.
starting to be like, I got a cheat code, guys.
I've got something crazy.
Told my girl she's beautiful.
Good.
And she smiled.
She liked that
She
more
liked
than me
that.
giving her a $20 bill.
I feel like you said it like he's almost on this fence where you're like, come on, but like you're almost there.
Well,
you're almost getting it. Like
Also,
girls
I'm gonna say it. This video wasn't about hoflation.
It wasn't.
It wasn't
That's
at
a
all.
misnomer.
I
You
think-
like mentioned the word and then he just went off on a money tangent.
Look, we've seen the smoke rising from his pants. This is all in the same sitting. He's just kind of ranting and then cut it into part. We paid I paid $197 for this.
Yeah.
They didn't get to see that. Charlie put it on my credit card, but I don't
He made him pay for it. It's such a dick move. It's the most useless shit, dude.
even know how.
That's hoflation.
That is hoflation. My great grandpa didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Very clearly undergone red pill
I was
coaching.
gonna say, I feel like he took other classes and was
Yes.
like, wait, this isn't working.
That's
Like,
exactly what happened.
and then he like got a girlfriend one time because he was a human being to her,
Yep.
and he's like, hang on. I know I know
get
how to
this.
actually do this.
I think he's so close to understand. I'll say what he says, that females, which anytime somebody
I know,
calls
yeah,
all
That's
girls
always
females,
rough to
yeah,
hear.
he's almost there to understanding females are human beings.
Yeah, it's
Like,
close.
he's right
It's like
there.
on the
Yeah.
cusp.
Yeah, like he's so close, and I'm proud of him for almost getting there.
Yeah, as far as
It's so bad.
$197 courses go, could have been worse. Could have been worse.
And we're only
The girl
True.
of your dreams is rare. Nope, it's not. The girl of your dreams is not rare. And here's why. There are plenty, and I mean plenty. I mean like literal metric shit tons. And they're tilted off center or off orbit, and they're not quite
Oh my god, did y'all see that? Ugh.
I mean plenty. I mean like literal metric shit tons. And they're tilted off
What is that? Right here. How does this man have fat deposits on his wrist while the rest of him is a fucking toothpick? Look at this. Oh man. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Look at that. Look at the gains.
center off orbit, and they're not quite right, but they're good girls inside. They just need to enter a frame that's correct, and then they immediately
Oh my
fix. And
god.
that's most girls. Sorry to let you know. Here's the thing: most girls like being disciplined, being corrected, and like being put in their place. I will tell you.
They like being disciplined, they like being corrected, and they like being put in their place. I really want to take him to my old neighborhood where I grew up, and we'll just go up to some random lady and we'll have him demonstrate these traits on her. And I just want to see how fast that she shanks him because no damn well I'm not doing that. I know what comes from that. And there are elements to this which is true, but they're normally associated with bedroom acts and specific times of which she wants that to be a reality. Outside of that, if she fucking if she's that way, then I guess you lucked out she's that way. But 99% of the time, that's not the case. They call it a kink for a reason. Like oh, it's just crazy.
Do that just right. And maybe this will be on NBC one day where they're crying and saying I'm abusive and taking it out of context. But that is the reality.
What?
That's what girls like. And when they enter your frame and they
What the fuck did he just say? Maybe it'll be on NBC and they'll be crying and taking it out of context? Yo, what kind of fucking weirdo is this?
orbit and they're not quite right, but they're good girls inside, they just need to enter a frame that's correct, and then they immediately fix. And that's most girls. Sorry to let you know. Here's the thing: most girls like being disciplined, being corrected, and like being put in their place. I will tell you that just right. And maybe this will be on NBC one day where they're crying and saying I'm abusive and taking it out of context.
Maybe this will be on NBC someday and they're crying and they're saying I'm abusive. Why would you out yourself? So I almost guarantee this is probably going to happen. And somebody who was dumb enough to take this course is going to remember this and have it clipped. And this is going to actually be on NBC for all of the wrong reasons. And instead of like an Andrew Tate, where you're found innocent of a crime, he will be found guilty of said crime. And that is the only way it'll end up on NBC. Otherwise, you're not relevant. And nobody knows you exist 99% of the time. The only reason I know you exist is because Penguin gave you a platform.
Context. But that is the reality.
What?
That's what girls like. And when they enter your frame and they step out of it, or they shit test you, or they get really super disrespectful, and you snap them back into line, whether it's something like, hey, if you do that again, I'm done with you, or I won't put up with that. Or
Dude,
bend them over
let's
your knees
pause
and
real
then
quick.
smack 'em.
I feel like
There's a lot.
So you said all of that the worst way possible to essentially say, have some self respect. You could have just saved everybody some time. This is why all of these things are a fucking scam. Every single time I see one of these and like somebody reacting to it, normally I don't record over it, but I just happen to be following Charlie here. So when I saw that he did this, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna make a video over this. So otherwise, normally I just throw it to the wind. I was like, I don't fucking care about this crap. But then occasionally something like this pops up, and I'm just like, oh fuck, here we go. That being said, this is this is actually insane to me. I managed majority of the courses that I've ever seen reviewed by people is essentially somebody who is taking this entire concept and instead of telling you two words that could easily fix your situation, they tell you a fucking 3-page essay of shit that doesn't fucking matter, shit that is not true, shit that is factually probably going to get you arrested. And instead of giving you the proper life advice, you never get it. You just get an hour-long seminar of rambling bullshit. And that's how most of these end up. I don't think I found any of them that are like, they're speaking some sense.
A lot to dissect
Yeah,
here.
I feel like he goes through these episodes. So like when he was in the smoking car with button down homecoming gown, he was more relaxed. Like women like love
Yep.
and being treated like people. And here he's like, women like to be put in their place.
This morning he woke.
I feel like okay, actually, I feel like I know what's happening. I feel like this guy's like in Colorado, right? And like in like the first like couple like seminars or videos or whatever, I feel like he like fucking had a few bowls, so he's like nice and chill and fucking he's high as fuck. He's just enjoying himself. And then like this is like the first like sober one where he's like slowly getting irritated because he hasn't had a hit in a while.
Woke up to find out one of his
Ah,
7 girlfriends left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Well, no, she
That's
exited
crazy.
his
right.
Oh, the
Did
frame.
we miss the part where
No,
he described
that's-
what a frame is?
I was about to say, there's a lot of stuff. He's talking about shit testing and entering frames. That's
Yep.
in the blue lesson. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
On the butt. That usually you want to do that consensual with BSM, but
What?
sometimes girls like a good smack on the butt to put them in their place. Then you have all the guys that they've been with that have been teaching them
About this slap on the butt.
together. And different versions, right? There's different versions of a guy having his shit together. For me, I don't go to the gym, so I'm not saying all guys shouldn't go to the gym, but a guy that understands the traction
Okay,
and
hang
goes
on.
to
You're
the
talking
gym
about the seat
has his shit
belt.
together.
It's also not really on. Look, his seat is like he
So-
like is all
So he immediately says like guys that go to the gym are attractive, but I don't go to the gym. It's not me. I'm not that guy. So like how many times are you gonna self snitch that you're not that guy? Because everything about this so far, like the glasses that are not expensive, okay, the car that is not expensive, the shirt that looks like scrubs almost.
the way back.
Yeah,
because
it's like
look,
off
it's like
his
not
body.
actually on
Well-
him, but it's strapped in.
So here's the thing.
So he slid his chair all the way back to do this.
I was gonna say he put it into like business mode.
Yeah, they're 100% right. Because like look at the column here, the column frame of the car. Okay, your seat should be ahead of this, about almost exactly even with your window. So the fact that it is this far back means that he has both slid the seat back and tilted the seat back because otherwise you're not going to get this angle. So that tells me that he's in a very compact car. It's probably um yeah, I don't really know based off of interior exactly what it would be, but it would be probably like the size of like a it is a four door, so it's a four door sedan type vehicle, but it's compact. So hold on, I think I actually know. Hold on, let me look. So it'd be like this. I'm pretty sure this would be like the type of vehicle that he's in. Uh, So it'd be something like this. Hold on. What the fuck? Why is it pulling it up so small? Enlarge image. Enhance. Um that's not what I want to do. How do you enhance images on fucking uh Google? Essentially, the vehicle that he's in is something like this. It's probably not exactly this, but it might be this. It's almost like deadly fucking accurate. That's basically like a four door, like compact sedan. Something like this, for example. Like it's very generic. Oh shit, you guys can't see it. It's very generic, very business, like nothing glamorous about it. It's literally bottom trim trash. But it's like what you buy like after you have the fun vehicle, the truck to haul some shit around in, you'll have this. This is like the starter car for your kids and stuff that you guys used for like high mileage. And you don't mind the kids fucking up the back seats on this motherfucker. Who cares? It's a piece of shit, right? So, yeah, that's essentially the kind of car that he's in. It's maybe not exactly that because I do see like the middle seat here, but yeah.
Mode. So I feel like you
If
could
I
have
had
just
to
taken the
guess,
seatbelt off too.
it's the
That's
type
what
of
I'm
car.
saying. Like, why? Why is it
Also, we're
clipped
entering
in?
Oh yeah, he always has the seatbelt on. That's so weird to me.
the section where he's saying, so he was like, guys who have their shit together, and he was like, and there's many different ways. Like me, I don't go to the gym.
Yeah. Well, when you're this psychologically powerful,
Right,
he's like
that's true.
he's Professor X a pussy. Like this guy, he's like in the female mind.
He's worked out his brain.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
because
Bruh.
he's all
Wrong.
about being different, and all
Right.
the other guys go to the
Built
gym.
different.
You have your emotional control. Girls can't even poke you and hit your buttons and shit test you, and you're just a silly little brat like that. To most of the things that they do, you stand out. You're a rarity because
Oh
most
wow,
of
I'm getting a call. Spam risk.
So being okay with intimacy. Who would have thought?
Let's see if I can get scammed.
Maybe it's him.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey there, this is Chloe. You're doing all right?
Yes. How are you, Chloe?
That's good to hear. Do you currently have Medicare Parts A and B?
Oh my god. He's actually going through a scam call. He cuts us out, right? No, he doesn't. He just goes on a little bit of a tangent. Skip ahead a little bit.
I do have it.
Oh, what? The, I can't even get scammed.
That's hoflation.
That's-
Chloe, she's not.
That was
That's a
fucked up.
bad woman. That was a bad woman.
That's fucked
My
up.
great grandfather
Damn.
would have hated Chloe.
My great
That is gonna
grandpappy,
be how
Wait.
nice guys are banned.
bruh.
Age.
Oh, this is important.
This is gonna be
Oh,
like optimal.
fuck.
Oh my god.
Hey, yo, how is your job at Target, brother? Oh my god, look at that shirt. Jesus.
Is that even him? It looks
He
like
flipped the
fucking-
camera because he's on the other side. now.
From my angle, he looks like Paul Giamatti.
He does look a little bit like Paul Giamatti.
This looks like on the old creepy pastas. It's like a Papa John jump scare.
Oh
I
my
really want to see
God.
Nice Guy.
All right,
Yeah,
just
we can watch that.
just
We can watch Nice Guy.
just briefly,
Yeah,
just
we can
briefly.
watch Nice Guy. Oh
And
my
look
God,
how
we're
look
in a
at
different outfit.
Oh my god, he actually has a shirt that's like more than $20. Holy shit.
look how nice he looks.
He does look like a nice guy.
That's a nice guy.
Like he does look like a nice guy.
All right, I'm changing speed.
that maybe it's only the colored hair that gives you the sense that they might be unstable. But if you behave the way I do, you bust their balls, you're cocky, but you also have a mixture of funny in there. You fucking don't give a fuck about them shit testing you. You push it right back and give it right back to them and put them in their place. That is going to be worlds different than the guy that's constantly nice and saying sorry or like, oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm almost borderline rude when I talk to girls, and girls fucking love it.
I don't believe that. I don't
Guys
believe that.
constantly cater, bend, and simp to them. And there is a giant chunk of their female mind that says this is not how it's supposed to be. You ever hear girls talk with each other where they talk about how a guy, oh, he's nice, well, he buys me things, and he takes me out to dinner, he's like a brother to me, he's like a friend. That thing, that the friend zone, but it's even worse because she's off talking to her girlfriends about you. And
So that's where it stems from. This is the thing, like, I encourage you guys, if you guys can like deep dive into one of these alpha guys and you can get his content without paying for it, okay? Because obviously, like he could write this off as like probably anyway, he could probably write this off as a business expense because he does put it up on YouTube, it makes money, and it essentially counts towards his business. You guys can't do that. You're just average Joe Schmo, right? Schmo. But but if you can get kind of like a deep dive into the content without actually buying into it, and you can wait until this moment happens, they'll basically self snitch their way through. So far, this guy has been self snitching the whole time on like his actual personality, like why he's the way he is. It always stems from some sort of hurt, some sort of pain, some previous girl caused him. and he wasn't able to bounce back. So now he takes it out and grabs onto this fake ideology bullshit.
To talking about how pathetic you are, but she's trying to be nice about it. Girls don't do that about me. Girls, when they have conversations, with
They
other
just
girls,
don't talk about him in
"Man, like this
general.
before."
Yeah,
So
this
much
is a
better.
trauma
Right
dump.
back.
Here's a trauma
He'll
dump.
bust my balls. He'll fucking pick and make fun of me. He doesn't give a fuck. Does the average guy know how to have multiple girls and hold them for years and years while collecting more? Yes, I said collecting, and my girls are all perfectly fine with me using that term. So, are there guys that can pull off what I pull off? No.
I want him to do one of these with all
This
of
is
his girls in
crazy.
the car with him.
I do
because I
too.
want to
So-
see their reaction
Interestingly enough,
to the words that he is saying out loud.
he did
Oh, is he about to put the video up?
a video to prove
Please
the
put the
haters
video
wrong
up.
that he has kissed a girl before. In fact, he even pinned it. Watch this.
As I
Whoa.
look back to me become the man I am today. I would say I lived a lucky life if I didn't know how much work
This sounds like he's about to die.
That is.
being able to do this.
What?
happening?
I don't know. That was really creepy. It's getting creepier.
What?
Because you've been pipe fed.
Why did he put it
down your
up?
throat. All this bullshit about women and dating. Maybe in 2025, you'll see it differently.
Bruh.
Merry Christmas.
Bro, I want to see this video for context. Nah, I'm not gonna.
Did any better?
I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look it up.
That was
He's already got
incredible.
enough of a platform
let's
with
see. I'm
gonna
Moist
go to Feed
giving him a
Bugs Part
platform
One.
here,
Yeah, we
but
go to
Does he
Feet
give
Legs.
examples?
yeah, that's
So
that's
this first
crazy.
section was all about limiting beliefs, and I was actually very surprised because the way he talks on TikTok is very different than his courses. So he was saying like, thinking all women are bad isn't good, and hoflation isn't real. And then in the same breath, in the same section, he would still talk about like how you need to put women in their place and discipline them and don't let them into your frame, which I never really fully grasped what he meant by that, like talking about his frame. Like, when a woman tries to get in my frame, and I'm in this frame of a woman, like, I don't really know what he's referring to unless he's really just a huge fan of fucking Warframe or some shit. And then he would also, like, make it, like, these huge eureka moments where, you know, women like talking about emotions, so we should listen to that sometimes. And then also still, like, be like, and then we have to put her in her place. So he kind of like teetered on this edge of almost understanding that women are human, but he'd get close. He'd like poke at it a little.
So he's essentially trying to give you that. He's trying to put you in a non-answer scenario. Is essentially what I'm getting from this. So it's like he's gonna like slowly bring you toward the answer, and then he's gonna give you a non-answer as the answer that he originally was trying to push you toward. Because then it leaves you wanting, it leaves you needing more context, needs you needing more uh information that he willingly will not provide. Which is a good like it's a good trick to get people to buy your shit because then they're like, "Oh fuck, I gotta watch the next course because I'm clearly not leveled up enough because I didn't get the answer I was looking for." So they'll keep searching for that answer. So like it's in a way it's a good move, but it's like it's so scummy. It's so fucking bullshit, dude. That's why you just don't buy into the shit at all. You go out there, you fucking take a few falls, you get back up, and then you keep trying to use your own brain, critically think about what you did and didn't do, and say, okay, it's always best. Okay, so here's my quick crash course for you guys. Okay, it's always best to look internally first and then externally. Okay? Having responsibility and accountability for yourself is the most power that you can ever have in your life. So looking inward is more effective than looking outward, generally speaking. And this can be easily simulated by playing, let's say, um we'll put it in terms of video games, right? So if you're playing Elden Ring, generally speaking, The reason you didn't beat that boss is because you made mistakes. Now, the other thing that you can look at after, say, okay, um, I went in there and I did everything perfect. There's nothing I could do better. I just can't beat this boss. Then you can look externally and you can say, oh, I didn't have the right equipment. Oh, I didn't use this buff that I could have used. Oh, I didn't fucking use I didn't have enough health potions for the fucking, what are they called? Tears or whatever the fuck they're called. Um, in order to survive that fight long enough to deal that last bit of damage I needed to deal. So there are external elements that do affect your life, but generally speaking, you can essentially min max those elements by looking internally first and see, okay, how can I change? What can I do in my own power to essentially adjust my life to a way where this is viable? And if I'm doing everything right and it still isn't working, what is outside of my power that is now affecting me in such a way? And then again, the wheel flips and comes back onto you again, and you gotta find a way to essentially minimize how much that external effect is really affecting your life. And that's essentially the healthy psychological way to look at things. And this is literally taught to you um, on a very base concept in psychology from when I was going to school for nursing. We had to take some psychology courses, and it was very interesting to learn like how much this is overlooked because nobody's taught psychology. Unless you're going into a field where psychology is necessary to learn, nobody's taught psychology. And if you did take psychology as just like an AP course or something, maybe it got offered to you at school or something like that. Big ups to you. Uh, refresh yourself on that. It is good to know and it's good to pay attention to. And it's pretty much the only reason I'm where I'm at in my life is because those psychological um kind of not even lessons. Those psychological lessons are really what shape you as a human. And it is interesting to this is why it's interesting to like as much as like it's kind of cringe that alpha male programs exist. It is interesting to see like where these people come from, what their psychology is, like what makes them who they are. It's very interesting, in my opinion. It's still cringe. Don't get me wrong. It's cringe as fuck, but it's interesting.
A little bit tickle it like these female creatures. They're almost like us. They're almost sentient
Oh
beings that
god.
like to talk and like to communicate with us. And sometimes it's worth to listen. Conflict resolution. Well, he's big on putting women in their place. Is his resolution like, all right, come over my knee? I'm curious.
Let's listen to
Yeah.
conflict resolution.
So we're telling on 4. Active listening. The one that I had a lesson about this, right? Listen attentively to your partner's perspective, show that you value their viewpoint by actively engaging in the conversation. You know that one. I had a whole lesson on it. But it ties in here, so that's why it's here too. Number 5, avoid the blame game. Okay, I talked about it a little bit in the last lesson. Focus
Okay,
on
I'll
the
say
objective
it.
end rather than
Yeah,
placing
This
burden.
isn't
No,
bad.
this is very normal.
Not bad advice.
Very normal way to handle Is his resolution like, all right, come over my knee? I'm curious.
Let's listen to
Yeah.
conflict resolution.
So we're telling on 4. Active listening. The one that I had a lesson about this, right? Listen attentively to your partner's perspective, show that you value their viewpoint by actively engaging in the conversation. You know that one. I had a whole lesson on it.
I was trying to figure out like if his shirt was washed because like you guys know like how like if your shirt isn't washed, like you'll get like these like wrinkles, not even wrinkles, but like bumps around like the collar region. He's got like several bumps right here, and I didn't know if that was like just the way that his shirt is like situated on his body, or if that's like he didn't wash it. It's like I do like see like looks like there's some wrinkles like right here and stuff. So I don't know if the shirt even got washed.
5. Avoid the blame game. Okay, I talked about it a little bit in the last lesson. Focus
Okay,
on
I'll
the issue at
say
hand
it.
rather than
Yeah,
placing
This
pressure.
isn't
No,
bad.
this is very
Not
normal.
bad advice.
Very normal way to handle things.
Now, what does he say? For
Also,
the next
he
15
has his.
minutes?
Yeah. How does it go for
He does have the seatbelt off. Finally.
15 minutes? Because this is like
way ahead.
because this is very normal, solid stuff.
Childhood on, we're taught to lie with our faces, okay? So there's a reason why the face is not the most truthful one. That being said, hey, nobody's taught you to lie with your legs and feet.
Samsung shirt.
Things like stress, fear, happiness, joy, nervousness, subservience, awkwardness, confidence can
Yeah.
all show from your feet, right? Your feet and your legs, okay? Even anger, you think, right?
So he's talking about how all of your emotions, deceit, anger, and everything show in your feet. Thoughts?
I've never looked for them there, so I can't disprove that.
Yeah, I guess in his defense, I cannot say no.
It's so true. You're right.
I've never tried.
I knew he was lying. I knew he was lying by the way that his Nike shoes looked that day. The big toe was sticking up a little too far that day, and I just knew he was lying. What?
Tried to see if that's right.
He
so.
could be really correct.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I feel like we got a lot out of this course, and we've
I
only
mean,
we've just
my bowl is there's a crack in the bottom. It's starting to flow.
Yeah.
It's starting to flow.
Oh, I can tell.
yeah. No, I know.
I'm gonna walk into my house. Monique's feet are gonna be like crossed. And I'm gonna be like, "Fuck
Shit. I'm a bad husband.
damn it! I gave you too much money." Get your dad on the horn.
Fucking hoflation.
Okay, wait. The last thing we have to watch is something about cocky funny.
Oh,
yeah,
cocky
let's
funny.
get
How to
this
use it.
started. The saddest truth ever. I remember when I was 18 and I said I want multiple women and not to use money to build it. I was told I was insane. Now it's like the fucking Uber story. They said you couldn't do it. That's the logistics are
You can't
crazy.
build a harem of women without money.
Oh my God, 10 years from now, I will be the most known and the best dating coach on the planet. Reality is clay in my hand, and I build what my mind sees. Most people can't do it.
He's like the Warhammer orcs.
He is like a Warhammer
He's
orc.
like the Warhammer orc. Why has that changed so drastically? I help 6 and 7 figure business owners with dating. No, you
Well,
don't.
because those are the ones who can afford his course.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense then.
There's another thing, and these are all. I really want to interview him. He talks so much about if you're a guy like me who grows businesses. Are you growing a single business outside
the
of this
fuck?
dating course?
Yes.
In my head, girl.
All right.
All of them.
Every
Over
business.
1,000 women. Where do they all rank?
Oh my God. Can you guys see that? No. Did I seriously see that correctly?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense then.
There's another thing, and these are all. I really want to interview him. He talks so much about if you're a guy like me who grows businesses. Are you growing?
He's doing the Andrew Tate thing. Right here. He's doing the Andrew Tate thing right there. Hold on a minute. I wonder if I can. Oh, I don't know if it'll be too blurry. Let me see print screen. Catch this right here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see if we can enhance. See if we can enhance. I was joking about that. I was joking. Is that actually real? Hold on. Where did that go? Screenshots. Here it is. Right here. Open that up. There's no fucking shot, dude. No shot. Hold on. Let me get rid of that so I can see. All right, right here. Andrew Tate fingers. I knew it. I knew it. What a fucking joke, bro. What a joke. He saw like 10 Andrew Tate videos and he's like, oh yeah, I understand hustle culture. I'm an alpha too. I can do this. That's his whole logic, bro.
Owning a single business outside of this dating course.
Yes.
I
All right, all
can't,
of them.
man.
Every
Oh.
business.
For 1,000 women, where
I need
do
to
they
get
all
paid for
rank?
this
It was
shit.
like a 1,000-person tier list. That
What are we
was-
doing?
That'd be incredible.
That's a lot. How do you rank the different ethnicities as far as dating?
He's ranking ethnicities.
Let's go into it.
Oh, that's.
Wait, is he actually?
That's what he said.
Wait, is he actually about to rank ethnicities?
He said, "How do you rank all the different
Oh my
ethnicities?"
god, what?
How I'm going to rank them? The way I'm going to rank them.
Maybe we.
At the absolute god horrid fucking worst tier,
Well,
it's
look
going
at
to be
What's his number one?
Western culture, white women.
So he said the god.
He literally said the safest answer he could have said. Western culture, white women is literally the safest answer he could have said. Guarantee he put this out. Let's see, when did he put it out? 6 months ago, yeah. 6 months ago at the timing he made this video, which was 2 days ago. So yeah, it was right around the time where hating white women was still like the thing. Um and like having superiority over white people was still the thing. So yeah, it makes sense. He said the safe answer. He said the safe answer that would get him canceled the least. Also, how does he have 1.89K subscribers and I have 150? What are we talking about? You watching this video? Hey, my friend. My friend. Come on, we could beat this guy. Come on, let's be honest.
Awful
Yep.
lowest tier Western culture white
Now
women.
keep in mind, Alpha Dom has
Wait,
two
That's 'cause they think
American
he-
white women.
When was this?
He's-
6 months. He literally in his course told us not to say white Western women are bad.
No, he's not saying
No.
they're bad. He's just saying on the total
Oh,
poll.
they're
Yeah,
the
they're
worst.
just
They're
well,
all
he
good.
did call them god awful though,
Oh.
for what it's worth.
okay.
I also
Yeah,
really
true.
appreciate he's talking about himself in the third person. He goes, "Keep in mind, Alpha Dom has two American
Alpha
white
Dom.
women currently."
I
Which is
feel
pretty
like
cool.
It's gotten worse.
This was only 6 months ago. The course was 2 years ago.
I feel
Maybe
like
he's
slid.
Yeah.
He's changing.
One and two of the very rare fucking exceptions.
Yeah, he does
And if
not
you're a
like
white
American
girl
women.
Watching this doesn't mean I don't like you. Maybe you're one of the
Well, hopefully
exceptions,
then
but
that checks
most
out.
of the white. I mean, just look at them.
Hopefully she didn't
White
delete
women are
her
playing the victim
followers.
card when they have no reason to be the victim, but they play the victim card in order to for other races. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I want to.
Play the victim card for other races?
Fucking for 10 hours before sex, fucking listen to you fucking tell me why every other race is fucking
God,
suppressed or oppressed.
Wait, so he's mad that they have empathy for other races of people? What? Is this guy retarded? Because, like, I hope he knows, like, white people also oppressed other white people. Like that was a thing. Like, your almost entirety of the United States is like a culmination of oppressed people. Like, almost everybody is descended from some form of slavery. Like, this is common knowledge at this point. Like, that includes me. That includes me. In my case, I I got two sides of the coin. Okay. I'm very much Irish. Okay. But I'm also very much British. You know what the British did? They enslaved a lot of fucking people. But you know what the Irish did? They got enslaved by a lot of people. But you also know what the Irish did? They also enslaved a lot of fucking people. So let's be honest. Let's just be honest, okay? That was a very different time in human society where might conquered all. and we treated each other more inhumane than we do now. Even though today, I mean, the inhumanity is still there. It's just not prevalent on a public scale like it was before. All those fucking pieces of shit, they all hide on the internet now. So, yeah, it's so stupid.
Pressed. Like,
This is a. His course was a different man.
off enough, and then you will literally become
should watch his
racist.
own
I've shown
course
it a
about
million
how
fucking
real
times on my
shit.
TikTok.
He should
In the
watch
second
it.
to the bottom
He should.
tier, it's going to be African American women. Sorry, that's where you girls are at.
Wow.
First off, I know you're in America, and I know eating is a thing here, but please, for the love of God, your ancestors were rails like me. They were so attractive. And number two, you're way too fucking aggressive out the gate. Like, don't get me wrong.
Holy.
I've dated
My God. Oh, yo. Hey, hey, if you're a black girl watching this and you're trying to date yourself a white guy, hey, let me know. Hey, let me know. I got nothing wrong with a nice chocolate girl, okay? Mm, mm. Funnily enough, my first girlfriend ever was a black girl. So I'm actually genuinely surprised that okay, well, I'm actually I'm this is not how I thought it was going to go because I thought when he singled out the white women, I thought he was gonna go like full like Libby with it and say, "Oh yeah, it's every race above the white race" type shit. But then he immediately outs black women right next to the white women. What the fuck? Yo, I do feel like these are very selective though. Like these are specific women that did him wrong and now he's very very upset about it. And this is more of a revenge thing than anything else. That's the vibe I'm getting from this because I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Black girl, white girl, Hispanic girl, Asian girl, it doesn't matter who you are, okay? Like the quality of the person comes from what you got up here and what you got right here. Okay, if you got a good heart, you got a good mind. Hey, there's nothing but sky's the limit for you. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's just let's just all agree to be good people. Yeah, like that's not a it's not a hard thing to do. You know,
like, don't get me wrong.
Holy.
Like, I've dated like East and West
that shit is
African
so
women,
out of
and they're
pocket.
just fucking like super hardcore aggressive, but they know where to fucking bend the knee. And you're like 600 pounds of fucking. I don't want to bend the knee. No,
Oh, holy! I'm fucking sorry. Um, on behalf of white men out here, I do want to apologize to my black community. Like I said, y'all some beautiful chocolate women out there. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Um, this man is out of pocket. He does not he does not represent what we think as a whole. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Watch his own
I've shown it
course
a
about
million
how
fucking
real
times on my
shit.
TikTok.
He should
In the
watch it.
second to the bottom
He should.
tier, it's going to be African American women. Sorry, that's where you girls are at.
Wow.
First off, I know you're in America, and I know eating is a thing here, but please, for the love of God, your ancestors
Okay, so he said y'all are fat.
were rails like me. They were.
Wait, your ancestors were what?
So attractive. And number two, you're way too fucking aggressive out the gate. Like, don't get
Rails like me. So he essentially said your ancestors were skinny. But you know why they were skinny, right? Like they were skinny because they were slaves. Are we just gonna ignore history? Like, yeah, there was a bunch of skinny Irish women here too at one point in their life. Yeah, there's a bunch of skinny Italians here at one point as well, and there's a bunch of skinny Native Americans here at some point as well. But they all had one thing in common: they were fucking poor. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like this is not gender or race specific. Like this is like class specific. Like poor people tend to be skinnier than rich people because rich people can buy food, poor people can't. Like how is that?
Don't get me wrong.
Holy.
I've dated like East and West African women, and they're just fucking like super hardcore aggressive, but they know where to fucking bend the knee.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. Listen, I dated one like not look not American a non-American black girl in my life, okay? And her name was Hawanatu. And the only reason I remember that name is because it's the literal most exotic shit I've ever heard in my life. Okay? Never heard anything crazier than that. Okay? She was not that aggressive. She was timid. That was one that I had to like build up into because our cultures where she's from and where I'm from were completely different. That took a lot of time to build up that relationship. Granted, it didn't work out in the end. But point is that putting this stereotype because you've maybe interacted with one individual from one specific region of the world is insane to me. I'm beginning to think that this horse is based off of the 7 women that he managed to get with his entire life and the 7 women who left him his entire life.
And you're like 600 pounds of fucking. I don't want to bend the knee. No, I'm sorry.
That's also
Yeah.
crazy. Holy shit.
Training with blades for longer than I can fucking remember, and I've
He say training with blades?
yeah, training with blades for longer than I can fucking remember, and I've survived 3 knife attacks and a fucking gunshot because of my expertise in knives.
100%. And I want this to be public knowledge. 100%. If I were to face you with a knife or even barehanded, I would 100% beat your ass. 100%. And that's not even me being like some cocky motherfucker or anything like that. Listen, I'm an actual fighter. I've actually fought. I've actually spent time eating fucking sweat off the mat because I've gotten my ass kicked. Like, you're not that guy. I can already tell by watching something like this because, like, generally speaking, fighters don't have the issues that you're trauma dumping on your videos. Like, we don't have those problems because we gained self confidence from being knocked down and getting back up again. So, if you're truly a trained professional, 100%, you've probably been put through the ringer to some degree. Unless you went to some fucking bullshito ass fucking knife defense place and now you think you can take on fucking what's somebody who's like super effective with knives? Oh, Johnny down the block because it doesn't fucking matter, bro. If they have a knife, you're most likely dead. There's a very rare scenario where you live from a knife attack unless specifically trained to take away that knife advantage. And I can 100% guarantee some scrawny puke like you are not going to be able to fend off a knife attack. And I would be 100% willing to test this. Like, let's put on an event. Straight up, let's put on an event. I mean, we'll do it full official. Weight classes, everything. Fucking Everybody makes weight. Everybody fucking passes fucking drug tests or whatever the fuck you want to do to make you feel comfortable. I will go into that arena with a plastic knife that will not hurt you, and I will show you how ineffective you actually are to stopping somebody. Let's put it to the test. That's what I'm saying. Just throw the gauntlet down.
Just pause real quick.
Calm down. Like,
The-
you gotta.
This is upsetting.
What
me.
the fuck happened?
Fucking menace.
Wow,
What?
that got upsetting.
What is the whole blade section?
He's
I don't know. You're just like I've
a
turned
mall
in blades.
He's an alpha man. He's an alpha dom, bro. He knows how to handle his blades and guns, and he could fight Muhammad Ali with his eyes closed because he's an alpha dom. That's what he does.
For years. Yeah, I
Come on.
survived 3 knife
In a
attacks.
Fucking dork,
gunshot.
dude.
That sounds like maybe his harem was fighting back.
That's what he's talking about with fleeing.
Yeah.
We
Self-defense.
don't want to interview you anymore.
Wow.
Actually,
I'm still curious
I
to see
am
what
really
his life is
curious.
like.
Yeah,
'Cause
I am
want to
too.
know what the real life person is behind what he's putting
I'm
forward.
just now worried. He's a human weapon.
That's true.
That's true. He has trained with the
He's John Wick.
blade.
That's true.
So as long as you keep him away from any kind of sharp objects, you guys
Yeah,
should
we'll
be
sign
safe.
a truce for like 3 days
Yeah.
where there's no physical
No
confrontation.
Bushido.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I believe you that you're good with blades. I don't need to prove
And
it.
all right, I'm back to one.
No. Let's prove it. Let's run it, bro. Let's run it. Charlie, put on the event. Put on the event. Fly us out. We'll have the event. It'll be like a backyard bullshito event. I'm so down for it, my friend. My friend, I'm telling you, I'm so down for it, dude. Let me know. Hey, let me know. I'm 100% willing to put this to the test if he wants to show up.
Wanting to do the interview, you're right. So we'll go over, the day in the life. But the icing on the cake, you have to prove that you can stop knife attacks and a bullet.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Do it safely. I'm not gonna shoot at you.
I already know how it's gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Put on a sanctioned event. We'll make it safe for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just go in there. We'll do like a Halloween prop, like knife toy or some shit. You know, it'll be easy. It'll be easy.
Go. You're gonna shoot a bullet at him. He's gonna have the sword and just go.
But imagine the bullet
Yep.
breaks apart.
No. You got to remember, he's an alpha dom. He's an alpha dom. He's just gonna blink and then the bullet will disintegrate. You know, that's just how much aura he has.
Sliced in two.
That'd be crazy.
Beautiful.
This
Are
was.
we continuing?
This
I just
is-
have to know where it goes. I have to.
Fucking. Please, for the love of God.
Completely
stop with the
unhinged.
shaking. Ranked number 4 from the bottom are the Asian Americans that are 3rd generation and beyond. Puerto Rican. Hardcore mom bods. At like
Okay, so Asian Americans, Puerto Ricans.
25. AKA somebody who has dated.
Okay, so I wanna keep track. You know what? We're gonna put it on the spot. This is from a different video, so ignore that. Go check that out if you want to see it though. It should be out by the time this comes out. But so we have whites, American whites. Okay, then he said blacks. And then after blacks, he said African blacks. And then after that, he said, what did he say? He said Asians and Puerto Ricans, right? Asians. How how do you spell Puerto Ricans? I don't want to offend y'all. How do y'all how do y'all spell Puerto Ricans? Pu- Puerto Rican? I don't, isn't it like something weird? Like, yeah, I can't fucking say that. Uh, Puerto Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. So you would say Puerta Ricans? Like that? Oh, Portero. Oh, Jesus Christ. I cannot say that, dude. I can't pronounce this shit. Puerto Ricans. There we go. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Pull this back up. All right. That's the tally so far. Let's expand this out. All right, let's keep track. Let's keep track. Back to it.
Multiple. Wasn't even married to a Mexican. So, I mean, she was an albino. She was a rare breed. She was an albino. You've seen her.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Too.
That'd be crazy.
Beautiful.
This was.
Are we continuing?
I just have to know where it goes. I have to.
Fucking, please, for the love of God, stop with the shanking. Ranked number 4 from the bottom are the Asian Americans that are third generation and beyond.
Oh my god, I forgot about that detail. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Dude, I hate this shit. It's way too fucking sensitive. Third gen Pokemon is essentially what he's saying. I can't believe this is real, to be honest with you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But this is what we're here for, to correct these things.
Puerto Rican, hardcore mom bods at like 25. AKA somebody who has dated multiple, wasn't even married to a Mexican. So, I mean,
One was even married to.
she
Okay.
was an albino. She was a rare breed. She was an albino. You've seen her if you watch some of my videos.
You said he was
heinous
married?
videos.
Yeah, he said he was
Asian
married.
European women are going to be up
Huh.
next.
I do think he needs to go back and watch his own course because
No, I think he said one was married to a Mexican. I think that's what he said.
I just have to know where it goes. I have to.
Fucking, please, for the love of God, stop with the shanking. Ranked number 4 from the bottom are the Asian Americans that are third generation and beyond. Puerto Rican, hardcore mom bods at like 25. AKA somebody who has dated multiple, wasn't even married to a Mexican. So, I mean, she was an albino.
Yeah, one was even married to a Mexican, is what he said there.
She was a rare breed. She was an albino. You've seen her if you watch some of my videos.
You said he was
heinous
married?
videos.
Yeah, he said he was
Asian
married.
European women are going to be up
Huh.
next.
I do think he needs to go back.
European women. Well, shout out to all the European women out there. You guys got the #1 spot. So just make sure you guys lock your doors and maybe there's a good dog breed. It's called a Belgian Malinois. I would suggest getting one. I would also suggest getting like a German Shepherd, Rottie. Uh, I know it's banned in the UK. I don't know about all of Europe, but maybe get an XL Bully, something to guard your house because this guy's lurking. Okay, he looking for you specifically. European women. Okay, you're his bread and butter. Okay. Now, see, but if you're a white American, it's not a big deal. Black American, not a big deal. African American, uh, African, not a big deal. Asian, third gen Pokemon or greater, uh, he don't really, you're kind of high up there, so maybe I would suggest getting a dog as well. Puerto Ricans, especially the moms with the 25-year-old figure. Y'all really need to get that. Y'all really need to get an attack dog like as soon as possible. Europeans, y'all are cooked. I'm so sorry. What the hell, dude?
Back and watch his own course
I
because
agree.
he'd be like, Wow.
Yeah.
I
Like-
wonder what he would say about his own videos.
I think he'd shit on his.
He would shit on his
yeah.
course.
I'd like a refund.
This is crazy.
Oh.
Now in the video where I talked about this, where I was landing a Victoria's Secret model, don't fucking come in my comments.
So does he? He doesn't have any different shirts, does he? He's got all the same shirts. Are these the only like somewhat more expensive shirts he has? Because that's kind of crazy, bro. I think this is probably his most expensive shirt. And it's, if I had to guess, it's probably like, I don't know, 35 bucks probably for this. Because Under Armour shit in Nike, Adidas, all that stuff is overpriced as fuck.
If you never landed a Victoria's Secret model, because I did with that line. Now a lot of you who are dumb.
All right, I can stop there. He's talking about the Victoria's Secret model that he's landed.
Jesus.
Which we all know. We met her. We know her.
We know her.
We've seen her.
I don't understand the fall off.
Well, when you work with that much power, sometimes it can
He
corrupt.
warned us.
Absolute power
When you gaze into the abyss gazes into you.
corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
He had too much
Jesus,
pussy in
dude.
too short a time.
Absolute pussy corrupts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good
This
point.
is insane. How does this
I
happen,
feel like this was
bro?
eye-opening and worth $200.
I think we got our money's worth.
I really do.
It was a sad conclusion because there was some kind of deterioration of his brain that happened over the course of 2 years. Because his video seminars that you paid $200 to access are very different than the current specimen you see absolutely blabbering nonsense on TikTok and YouTube shorts.
True.
Because right now his big thing is about being the big ticket alpha male and like ranking the ethnicities of the imaginary women he's dated over the course of his life. And his courses,
You know what I want to do? Like, I would love to get in contact with the person that he's with and get in contact with Andrew Tate and then get them in contact with each other and just see how fast she just like leaves him and just ghosts him completely. And then wait for him to post more TikToks and more YouTube shorts based on the trauma that is currently being presented to him and just see how like psychologically he handles that. Obviously, I don't wish ill on people, right? I don't actually want this to happen, but if it did happen, it's like a fucked up science experiment. Like I just want to see like what his brain process is and like what he comes up with. So I think it's interesting.
he actually does talk about normal stuff sometimes. Whereas when we were going through like his modern TikToks and YouTube shorts, none of that DNA is there anymore. At least not from any of the ones that we saw or found. It almost feels satirical to a certain extent, but he does it earnestly. So like that whole discussion that he talked about with his mastery of the
It's an ideology. It's an ideology he latched onto, and it's his identity. And eventually, that veil will get shattered. But unfortunately, when you're in a case like that with anybody who's latched onto any sort of ideology so far that it overtakes their identity as a human, um, it doesn't tend to end well. Unfortunately, normally it takes a drastic situation to change somebody out of that position because it's it's like a it's like a survival mode, like wake up. It's like no different than the feminist that is spouting all men are pigs and I'm independent, this, that, and the other, and then you take her and you put her on an island for a reality TV show, and she completely crumbles almost instantly, doesn't know anything that she needs to do to survive, and is argumentative. She refuses to do any sort of work to help herself, and she's just constantly breaking down and giving up. And uh, it unfortunately does take a simulation of that extent of a situation to happen. Unfortunately, for such a drastic change to take effect. It's essentially it's like it's a saying that's actually somewhat prevalent right now, and it's you can't reason somebody out of a position that they didn't reason themselves into. It's the same sort of situation with that. So you just kind of got to let nature take its course. And unfortunately, nature isn't always nice. Nature does some pretty fucked up shit.
Blade, that is the epitome of the Reddit fedora wearing meme. The Discord moderator, Discord super shinobi, that kind of thing. Like, he embodies that, and he unironically discusses shit like that. Because we did a bit of a deep dive to see if he was making like a joke, if he's just playing a character. He's not. This is him. Now, I would be very curious, as would Danny and Matt, to see what he's like in real life. Because I get the feeling he is just jumping from trend to trend, because 2 years ago, these pickup artist guru courses were flying off the fucking shelves like it was the sequel to the Bible.
True.
People were desperate and purchasing these things. Now, not so much, so he's pivoted into doing kind of like...
It's like really blurry, but there's a nice like a little N64 back here. WN64, dude. Some sick games on that console.
almost rage baity content for TikTok and YouTube to like, I guess, put on this front of being like, yeah, women are so easy to fuck, and that's kind of like
True.
all they're good for. I got like so many
True.
fucking women. I collected my Pokemon cards. Like, that's his new thing. So as Matt and Danny said, we'd really love to...
People are gonna say pre-watch now. Son of a bitch. What the fuck, Charlie? Why'd you have to bring up Pokemon? Now everybody's gonna say the video's pre-watched because I put Pokemon in the fucking video earlier. Son of a...
to like have a day in the life of Alpha Dom. Would love to see the master at work, because he talks about how easy it is for him to just collect women and put them into his ranks. Supposedly has current 7 women currently. Would love to have the keys to the kingdom, have access to that harem, and interview them to see what they say about this whole ordeal. But the last time I proposed this, he said that I need to sign an NDA or some shit. I'm foggy on all the details because it's been almost a year, which is still the dumbest thing, to sign an NDA with Alpha Dom where I won't talk about the women I see him having, which almost sounds like a...
Nah. You know, honestly, if I could find some verifiable proof that there was a woman that was with this guy, I would 100% dedicate an episode specifically to her, and we will do a podcast style setup where she can have herself on a cam, I'll have myself on a cam, and we'll just talk about this situation. I'll even go through the effort of going through, finding clips, figuring out her opinion on these things. I would 100% be interested in seeing how far that goes. I think that'd be hilarious, dude. I think that'd be so funny.
criminal enterprise, like he's locking them up as prisoners of war. But you know what? This time around, we'll all sign the NDA.
Oh my god, yeah, the NBC thing? The NBC thing was fucking crazy. Like, yeah, maybe I'll end up on NBC and they'll say that I had like improper behavior towards them and blah blah blah. I'm fucking Jesus. Self-snitching the fact that you treat these motherfuckers poorly, dude? Jesus. Yeah.
Hey, let's see an action, Dom. I'm so fucking curious. I can't promise I'll be, stay true to the NDA, because I would love to be able to discuss
This is why you interview just the woman if she can prove that she was actually with this guy.
the things that we learn, but we'll at least toy around with the notion of your stupid fucking NDA. So anyway, $200 down the shitter for sure on this experience, but had to know what it was like. I haven't
It's
actually
actually
purchased
crazy.
one of these courses from these goofballs, and now that I
Smart.
have, it's been pretty eye-opening stuff. Like, again, the course, a lot of it was just him saying normal things sprinkled in with brief moments
Trauma dumping, and
of insanity and lunacy, but it
I couldn't have said it better myself.
wasn't egregious. Not like he, in his current state, his final evolution here, his digivolution. Like, back in the courses, he was a lot more normal than he is now. So it wasn't even like the worst advice.
I do think like probably in between the courses and the time that he put out the videos that Charlie has seen, it's most likely that he got radicalized harder to the side that he was pretending to be on. And again, it's one of those you just gotta let nature handle it. You know, he didn't reason himself into this position, so nature is gonna run its course, and eventually he won't have a choice but to be out of this mindset.
In the world, especially when it comes to like conflict resolution. Like the way he talked about it, for the most part, was pretty solid. I don't know what the fuck has happened to him. That'd be something very interesting to explore. But anyway,
True.
yeah. Over
That's what I said. I want to know the psychology behind this guy. I think that's interesting. A lot of these alpha male programs do stem from some sort of trauma. So I'm very interested to see what trauma pushes somebody to go to such an extreme.
overall, not worth $200 at all by any means.
Facts. Facts. W Charlie, W Video. Um, if you guys aren't subscribed to Penguin Zero, go sub. Go sub. Y'all should be sub. I'm subbed. Y'all need to sub too. Give him a like on the video. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that. And yeah, not much else to say. Alpha males suck. What else can you say about it, you know? Other than that, that's all I gotta say for the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that shite. Okay, 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 okay. Did you do it? Did you do it? You didn't do it, didn't you? Oh, you some bitch. All right, catch you in the next video.